A hearing is underway at Waterville District Court to determine if now a 16-year-old charged with murder will be tried as a juvenile or an adult. Aiden Grant, who was 15 at the time, is accused of killing 14-year-old Brooke McLaughlin at her Mount Vernon home in July of last year. The state called several witnesses today. Dr. Liam Fuentes, the deputy chief medical examiner, performed the autopsy on McLaughlin. Fuentes said McLaughlin was stabbed several times in the neck, back, shoulder, and chest area. While some of those stab wounds were individually fatal, Fuentes determined the cause of death to be all of the injuries collectively. It is up to the district court judge, Andrew Benson, to determine how Grant will be tried.